PGR poster competition, before we start, I really like to express my thanks and gratitude to our committee members that include our PGRs, Thomas, who proposed this PGR poster competition, Daniel, Emmanuel, Sashara, and Chi. So they work together with our supervisors, including Genzi and Butu and myself. So we propose this, work on this, organize this together. First of all, thank you so much for everyone for your help and contribution to build our community, to build our society. I would also like to thank our Professor Somo, who provides a lot of support to help us organize this competition and provide financial support to those prize winners to get this proceed, print out everything. So that's quite a lot of hard work for us to get into today with this poster competition. Thank you so much for everyone. Today we have 7 posters to present, and each one of them is very much exciting project and quite inspiring as well, very cutting edge and lead the field work. I would like at this stage thank Genzi and Botu to provide poster draft feedback to help them improve the poster before we finally print them out. So that's the agenda. So we start with Chi, who is going to present FinTech Future through Generation Z Perception, a study in the Mekong Delta region, Vietnam. Chi, welcome, over to you. There we go. Before she starts, a final note is we have 4 judges today. We share the marking criteria for the poster competition, and the first prize, second prize, and third prize will get our support from faculty with cash prize, £100, £70, £80, and £50. Therefore, our 4 judges are ready to help you to improve your work, and Daniel is kindly help us to remind you about 1 minute left. So each one of you got 5 minutes for your presentation and 5 minutes for question. And the remaining time, once we're finished, we'll have a networking together. So once you see Daniel's reminder, just please wrap up your poster, and that will come into one of the areas we are going to sort of like walk around or assess your competition. Asma is kindly help us to move around the poster. So we have on-campus poster. So I will show you around later because I'm currently recording this using my laptop, and I share this using the screen in the classroom. So Asma will help us to move the poster so that online participants can view this as well as our candidate presents the poster. Thank you so much, Asma. There's quite a lot of exciting project going on. I hope you enjoy, and over to you, Chi. Thank you.
So, good afternoon, everyone. I'm very happy to be here today. And my topic today is I want to share about a perception of Generation Z among FinTech adoption in the Mekong Delta region. It's a very vital region of Vietnam. So as you can see here, I have some number about Vietnam, maybe impress you. Vietnam is a kind of developing country, a small country with the S shape here, but we are focused on the FinTech development, and especially in this recent year, from 2013 to 2023, we attracted over $1 billion from just investing in FinTech, especially in the payment method. And only in 2023, we have the funded money attracted from the FinTech 23 times higher than the GDP of the whole country. So that can show that how much effort Vietnam put into the FinTech field. However, there's a problem. There is 54% of the Vietnamese are still unbanked. bank is not because we don't like banking, that's maybe because of our culture. We have the caste culture. Like we prefer to have caste, and maybe like me, I'm poor actually, but I have gold everywhere. Because we prefer to keep gold or cash or maybe building or land, we don't really pay the trust on the bank or like the cashless. We don't really have that trust. That's why it's happened. I'm trying to find out for the new generation of Vietnam, that's the Generation Z. We usually call Generation Z who was born between the mid of 1990 to the early of 2010 are the digital native. They was born, they live, and they happy to be online the whole day. They don't feel any frustration or distraction if their phone open 24 hours a day. So let's see how they feel about FinTech during this century, and how can FinTech development in our Mekong Delta region for the next century. So FinTech, basically financial, technology. That means how you apply innovation, digital technology to enhance financial services. You can make it faster, more accessible, and maybe more user-friendly. To test this, I applied the model from Lee in 2021. You can see here. We will try to figure out digital technology threat, which we call digital technology threat, how it can affect digital technology self-efficacy, and how digital technology self-efficacy can affect FinTech usage attention. So the problem is, if people feel stressful because of complexity, because of overlap, because of invasion, because of uncertainty, when they use a FinTech platform, will they continue feel confident to use this FinTech platform? And if they feel confident or they feel less confidence, what will happen next? They like to use it or not. So my findings among 116 Generation Z in the Mekong Delta in the last July 2024 find out that, surprisingly, Generation Z in the Mekong Delta, they don't feel complexity and invasion as something very straightforward to them. They feel it's normal because maybe they get used to digital technology. They was born in the digital technology decade. But more surprisingly is they feel that overlap and uncertainty can help them feel more confidence, can enhance their emotion. They like to figure out, oh, what is that overlap? What is that uncertainty? And they want to use to figure out more about that FinTech platform. So maybe the companies, maybe the government, maybe they need to do more in the Mekong Delta region and to figure out what is they really need, this generation, what they really need, so that they can have better solution for the future of FinTech in this area. Thank you so much.
We'll open the floor for questions or suggestions and feedback for Chi. And any online participants, please do feel free to unmute yourself.
I have some friends over there, so do you want to ask me anything? Anything. Not my phone number. Because I know you already have it. Just ask anything. Yeah. No one curious about the Mekong Delta region?
I have a question.
Yes, please.
Maybe I missed it. What is your contribution to
the contribution is usually when people feel stressful about using a FinTech platform, they will feel not confident. That means this will reduce digital technology self-efficacy. And if they feel not confident, they refuse to use that. That means the fintech user intention will reduce too. But in my surveys, and after I running SPSS version 26, I figured out that Generation Z in this area, in the Mekong Delta region, they don't feel it. They feel like, okay, that fintech platform, they send me notification 24 hours a day. I feel okay with it. I don't have any problem. They don't feel invasion and complexity is the problem. They don't feel it. No significant impact here. And they feel overload and uncertainty as something that makes them more curious. So they want to dig more deeper into that fintech platform, and they are willing to use it. So that completely challenge the previous result. The previous result, they always 90% of them, which is I do many research on the referencing, 90% of them, maybe can say that, agreed that though technology strength will make negative impact to self-efficacy, but mine doesn't show that.
Thank you. And I have another question.
Yes.
How do we measure their confidence? Because the Generation Z, it's all about they couldn't understand what they want. So how you will measure their confidence?
Oh,
it's very tricky to choosing is that group.
yes.
So did you choose the consciously the Gen Z? So it's like, I think your job is very difficult because they don't know, because it's the new system, so they don't understand what they really want. This is the main discussion in the literature. So now you are measuring their confidence, so how it will be.
That's a very nice question, but here's the problem. I am focused on the people behavior. The people here are the people who use at least one fintech platform already. And all of 116 Generation Z here, 116 respondents here, I meet them in person, in class, and I ask them directly, did you use any fintech platform? And all of them use at least one fintech platform. That's maybe the mobile phone app. Yeah, they use it already. And we figure out here the problem of this research is not about like how is their life, they're just teenager, they're not adult yet. It's not like that. We figure out how the people experience the fintech service already, feel about that fintech service. And if you give them another fintech service, are they willing to use it in the future? That is a problem. We don't measure them by their characteristic or their age here. I'm sorry. Yeah. Is that make sense?
No, it's fine because of you are just the first year PhD student, so it's absolutely normal for this. But for the future, my comment will be this going to the behavioral finance.
Yeah.
It will be very interesting actually. And I think you are focusing on the first group of Gen Z, right? Because Gen Z is a big group. So you are focusing on the first group. And if you focus on the behavioral finance, it could be really, really nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. I will keep that idea. I like financial behavior so much, and this is actually one of.
We have a colleague who's working, and we have a lab as well. That can be really nice work.
Wow.
You are thinking for next year.
Yes, sure. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Oscar.
Thank you. Really interesting. Are your results just step one in gathering more results? What's next in terms of results?
Oh, actually, step 1 and step 2 has the same conclusion.
Yes.
Yeah, in step 1, the R square is 70.1%, and in step 2, the R square is 70.4%.
Are you looking to do any more research? My question is.
I'm trying to do another research about this. I'm trying to expand this topic a bit bigger. Is there anything else in the self-efficacy here? But actually, I didn't figure out anything at this moment yet. Yeah, but I will take the idea from Miss here about financial behavior. I think it's great.
And the second part of that, have you thought about doing qualitative methods for understanding behaviours? And if not, why are you not using qualitative methods to try and understand behaviours?
At this level of Generation Z, like Miss said before, I'm afraid that if you try to do about their feeling too much, no, you don't have any standard to measure it clearly, and like maybe you will be lost between the bundle of their emotion, feeling. So I don't think interview or maybe some qualitative like that could work for this age. So I need something that can give me a standard to measure.
Considering the time, I only have one question for you. So you have the survey with your hypothesis. Do you have any control variables? Do you just run PLS-SM modeling, or do you have multi-regression models with control variables?
Actually, this is the mediating variable. The mediating variable is not a control variable. In the original model of Lee, there is control variable, which is about how old is the FinTech, how is the Gen Z here, how much money, how much income he or she have, and did he or she do any part-time job, kind of. I have those questions in the research too, in the survey too, but I have to be honest that at my level of PhD journey, I don't have that ability to combine control variable and mediate variable here, so that's why I refuse on that.
You can try it, certainly. That's part of the PhD you can explore.
I hope I can do that in the future.
Yeah,
really.
very well done. If no further questions, thank you so much.